Saturday, February 18, 2012. This is Mercedes Diesel Guy, and you're looking at the replacement engine for my 1991 VW Vanagon. I placed an order for a lot of parts. Probably isn't quite everything I need yet, but none of it's here yet. So mostly what I'm going to be doing today is trying to get the AC compressor assembly and bracket off the engine, and possibly the alternator and power steering pump and intake manifold, just the accessories that I won't be using. And then I'll mask everything off so no water gets in, and I'll probably get started cleaning the engine. So not much more than that today, but I'm going to get on disassembly right now. It looks like the AC compressor itself, the bracket is held in by these Allen head bolts. Not quite sure what size they are yet, but I probably have the socket for it. One of the bolts, looks like there's 4 bolts holding the bracket on, and one of them seems to be under the intake manifold there, so I don't know if I'll be able to work around that, or if I'll have to take the manifold off. So that's where things are right now. Okay, I have the intake and the accessories stripped off the engine. Turns out I did have to take off the intake manifold to get to the last bolts for the AC compressor, and the only real difficult part of that was loosening this nut over here by the transmission side of the engine. But other than that, no big deal. You can see intakes right there. I'm going to be using the complete intake off my van because it's got brand new intake boots, really recent fuel lines and fuel injector seals. I mean, in the past year or two, and I haven't driven it much, I basically redid the whole intake as it is, so I'm going to do that. See, the engine here is quite dirty, so another benefit of having all this stuff off now is I can clean it up a bit. I have the intake ports there blocked off with rags as I do the oil cooling tower and the distributor hole here. The distributor, of course, being another thing I'll have to transfer off of my engine. Like I said, I've got new parts coming, plugs, new engine mounts, definitely more than that because I ordered about $150 worth of stuff. What else? I'm probably going to transfer the new metal coolant pipe off of my engine because it's new. Certain things I'm actually surprised survived intact on this engine. I mean, look at this this coolant hose right here coming off the block. Or is that the cylinder head? That's actually, I think it goes into the cylinder head, but you can see what kind of poor condition that's in. I mean, that is done. But once again, new one on my engine already. I mean, normally I would buy all brand new stuff, but Vanagon specific stuff is very expensive. On the Subaru over here, I mean, I can fake a lot of stuff with flex hoses and straight hoses, and for a couple of dollars, basically create a fully intact system. But the way everything's snaked around this, you really sometimes do need the appropriate curved hoses. So anyhow, like I said, once my engine is out of the van, I'm going to be transferring a lot of stuff that was basically brand new parts. I mean, none of it is really expensive on its own, but the whole package together. As it is, I've already ordered about $150 worth of stuff on top of the $200 I spent for the engine, and if I were to replace absolutely everything, it would be hundreds more, I'm sure. So I don't think there's any reason to go absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to spray the engine down with degreaser and start scrubbing, and it's a warm enough day that I can actually get the hose out here to rinse off when I'm done. Okay, I'm taking a quick break from cleaning right now. Just wanted to show you how far along this has come and show you a couple things I've learned so far. The exhaust heat shield here came much cleaner. A lot of the dark spots you see are actually just tarnish. It's not caked on oil like it was before. The water pump, as I suspected, once a little degreaser was on that, it just looked completely new. So definitely I'm not going to replace it. I got a lot of crud off the block. Still a little more scrubbing to do, but I'm not aiming for perfect. You can see I covered up the intake ports there so no water would get in the engine. One thing I did learn is that on this, on the driver's side here, you can see it says Germany and there's the VW logo. The driver's side still has a Volkswagen official cylinder head there. However, the passenger side cylinder head, let's see if I can get in on the, see that where it says AMC? That is an AMC Spanish cylinder head, or at least I believe they are Spanish. And the head gaskets have definitely been done on both sides, because you can see some sealant that pressed out here on both sides of the engine, but not necessarily a good or a bad thing. I guess a good thing. I mean, the head gaskets have definitely been done in this engine. Found a lot of oil down there near the bottom back, so it definitely 100% needs a rear main seal. But since I have to swap out the flywheel and set crankshaft end play, I'm going to be replacing the rear main seal anyway. So already prepared for that. Not going to do too much more today, just some more cleaning. As you can see, I got the intake off, and the intake there is actually a really good measure of how filthy this engine was. I didn't even realize exactly how dirty the engine was overall until I started cleaning. You can just see the caked on crud. So, this engine has probably never had a proper cleaning. I'm probably going to be cleaning the intake manifold and a lot of these accessories tomorrow. You can see the wetness there by the power steering pump was residual power steering fluid that dripped out of it. There's the AC compressor, which I did get off the engine. And here's a whole bunch of fuel injection stuff. They're definitely going to clean up the boot there. I'm not sure, but it might be in better condition than the one already on my van, in which case I'll use it. And I'll just clean this stuff up too in general, because, you know, if I end up reusing in the future or selling some of these parts, always better to have them clean. So yeah, I learned a couple of things, getting it much cleaner than it was, and just going to do a little more and then call it a day, because it's getting later and definitely the temperature is starting to go down. So I want to get the hose put away before anything freezes up.